All right, Rumblers, it's Blue Max here. Welcome to the channel. Warcraft Rumble is introducing a new siege into the game, and that is IronForge. And so, just as a quick recap, the siege is similar to raids in that they are done two-player cooperatively within your guild. You only get the rewards once, but you can run the siege up to 3 times. So you can assist other guildmates, and once you beat a particular wing of the siege, you are locked in to playing with that particular unit. So our first boss is the Thief Catchers. Oh, and incidentally, I've begun playing World of Warcraft for myself. I'm currently playing around with WoW Retail. I have yet to go to IronForge, but my hope is that as I continue to get deeper and deeper into the game, I can give a little bit more of an explanation of where these places and locations fit within the WoW universe. So the Thief Catchers is going to be an army level of 17 to 18, and so you're going to be probably around level 20 as your cap, and the reward is 200 valor, and that's enough to get a single diamond slot in one of your leaders. So one of the things I do love about the siege mechanics in general is that players that have yet to be able to defeat Onyxia due to level issues, as well as beating the later raids, do get to obtain additional valor to increase the levels of their units and just progress further. So it's a good system. Our second boss is called a Mechatork, and it kind of looks like one of the guys in the dungeons. And those army levels are going to be 18 to 19, and the reward is a Rare-O-Matic. And the Rare-O-Matic is something I really, really like. It allows you to drop it into the grid and change any item to a rare. So that would be 900 gold for minis, or rather troops and spells, and 1200 gold for leaders. And it just allows you to operate as a catch-up mechanic. And that last boss is Magni Bronze Bear, and army levels are 19 to 20, which means your cap's going to be 22, and your reward is a wild card slot that you can assign to any leader. And again, those are really wonderful slots to get. They just allow us a lot more flexibility. Next, we're going to discuss the month of October in review. But first, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, support the channel. I appreciate it. So let's talk about October and see how it's played out. So we still do have bugs in the game, as features and events have come in, but they have not been nearly as game breaking. It's still mind blowing. That patches and contents are not being checked up on, or issues being addressed ahead of time. It still feels like we're kind of beta testing a game, but it honestly hasn't been as bad. And I've also noticed the dev team being extra responsive whenever issues have come up. So that is a really good thing. In addition to that, we've had tons and tons of new content. We've had Ysera as well as the Halloween event. So we've had three new minis introduced into the game. I forgot to add the anniversary login event there, and that's been some really good rewards as well as cosmetics. The entire Halloween event has been super fun. The Headless Horseman, feeling like endless waves. It's really been a good month for new mid to late game content within Warcraft Rumble. Next, we're going to briefly talk about the downloads and revenue for Warcraft Rumble. Now, if you don't already do this, you should really check out the Old Guardian's channel. Every month, he releases a much more lengthy video and breakdown of this information, so I want to make sure that he gets credit for this information. He's pulling the information from Sensor Tower. The month of October, thanks to a much more stable game as well as lots of new content, saw a significant increase. Our downloads on iOS were 30,000 instead of 10,000, and revenue jumped up to 700,000. I think that's a 400,000 jump from the last month. And on Android, we had 50,000 downloads as well as 600,000 in revenue. So the downloads went from 20,000 in September to 80,000, and revenue at 600,000 to 1.3 million. Now, if you have watched the Old Guardian's video, his information has been updated, or rather, I should say, Sensor Tower has updated the information since he posted that video. It was 1.2 million, now it's 1.3 million. Either way you look at it, this is a significant jump. It's obviously not going to be where Blizzard wants it, but to see the revenue and downloads coming back up is a very encouraging thing, and hopefully it will encourage Blizzard to stick with this game. I think it's got huge amounts of potential, but there's so many gaps in terms of content that we still have to go through. So finally, I want to talk about my take on the Iron Forge, and I the only way I can put it is I feel like it's a waste of effort on the dev team, unless this is content that was put together a long while ago but simply could not be released yet, because we already have Stormwind Siege. We already have a siege which many or most in-game players burn through in about 20 to 30 minutes. So we've already got a means of getting that 200 Valor, the Rare-O-Matic, and the wild card slot. So I personally would rather see a lot more effort to be put into other aspects of this game, in terms of cosmetics, in terms of PvE competition. As I said, I've been jumping into World of Warcraft for the first time ever, and so I'm just absolutely falling in love with the world of Azeroth and the game and the community and all of its rich lore and history. And there's so much that you can see in World of Warcraft, and how it could be brought into a game like Warcraft Rumble. I mean, in terms of titles, in terms of additional cosmetics, or better yet, run some of these events where as you gain tickets, have there be a cosmetic shop where you can't select everything, but you can pick and choose the skins and emotes that you want, and just add additional layers of replayability and customization, and make everyone's account a little bit more personal. And that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this content. If you would please like, subscribe, content, hit the notification button. I greatly appreciate it. Bye for now.